everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we have a very descriptive lesson for you.
That's right. We have an elementary lesson for everyone, and we are going to talk about facial hair.
Okay, so Marco, you don't have any facial hair.
I don't. Well, I like to shave every other day. But yeah, that's what facial hair is hair that you have on your face.
Okay, so we're at the police station in this dialogue. Let's take a listen and find out why.
Okay, Sally. We have an artist here to help us. We'll ask you questions about the bank robber you saw, and Paul will draw a picture. Are you ready?
Yes, well, he had brown hair, long hair, and he had some facial hair. It was brown too.
Good. Okay, the facial hair. Was it a beard or a mustache?
Both. His mustache was very short and thin, just on the top of his lip.
Like this?
Yes, that's the mustache. But the beard isn't right. I mean, it didn't cover his whole face. I think it was just on his chin.
A goatee? Was it like Paul's?
Yes, that's it. He had a goatee.
Okay, now, what about sideburns? Did he have sideburns?
Yes. They were long and thick, like yours.
All right. There, was this the man you saw?
Yes, that's him. It looks a lot like you.
Why, yes, he does. Paul, where were you on Friday afternoon?
What? That's ridiculous. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was over there doing the thing the best man to do.
All right, we're back. So, as you can see, the woman is describing a bank robber. And one of the ways that she's describing him is by the facial hair that he had. So there are a lot of very interesting words and phrases here. Why don't we take a look at some of them in Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
Okay, so in language takeaway today, we have some really good description words and nouns, things that people have on their face. Facial hair. Because there's not just one kind of facial hair, there are many different kinds. So our first one is... Are we going to skip facial hair? Because we
already explained it. Okay.
Our first one is mustache.
Okay, a mustache. And this is, I think, one of the more popular forms of facial hair. I think it's a style, right? All these styles of facial hair.
That's right. And so a mustache is basically some hair on top of your lip. It's above your lip. And it's usually, it can be thin or thick. It comes in different sizes, but this is not your whole face. It's just above your lip.
All right. So, for example, a famous person or a famous mustache was Charlie Chaplin, right?
That's right. Charlie Chaplin had a mustache, just a little bit of hair above his lip, but also Theodore Roosevelt had a very big, bushy mustache.
That's right.
Interesting fact, you might hear someone say stash instead of mustache. This is a short way to say it. He's growing a stash.
Right. And also the spelling can be a little bit difficult to understand how you pronounce it because it's M-U-S-T-A-C-H-E. So there's no really SH sound like sh. But you pronounce it mustache.
Mustache, yeah. So that's one kind of facial hair, but there are many others. The next one we've got for you is a beard.
A beard. Okay, this is a really good one. A beard.
I think a beard keeps men warm. I think a beard keeps a man warm in the winter.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the most hair.
So basically, a beard, you have hair on your lip and also all over your face, basically. So a beard, you have all over your face.
Right, your cheeks, your chin, and above your lip.
Okay, very good. So, famous person with a beard?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus has a very big beard.
Yeah, Santa Claus has a big beard. Big white beard.
Okay, so that's a beard. I think that's the easiest to have because you don't need to cut anything or shave anything.
Oh, you need to trim.
Yeah, you need to.
If you don't trim, it looks kind of bad.
Right. Well, now moving on to our next style of facial hair, we have a goatee.
Okay, this might be confusing for some people because it's not a beard and it's not a mustache. It's basically hair around your mouth.
Right.
On your chin and your lip.
So I think for Sean Connery has a very famous goatee.
And Brad Pitt right now has a really big goatee.
Okay.
Or a long goatee, lots of hair.
So it's, as you say, it's around your mouth, so your lip and your chin.
That's right, a goatee.
Okay, so that's our third style of facial hair. And now moving on to our last style, we have sideburns.
Okay, so think about the word here. Sideburns. Side.
They're on your side.
They're on the side. So near the ears, there is usually some space where a man can grow some hair. Not with a beard or necessarily a mustache, though. It can be just the hair on the jawline, near the jaw, near the ears. Okay.
So I think this was a very famous style in the 60s and 70s. You would have long sideburns all along your face,
That's right.
past your ear, right?
That's right. And the longer, maybe the
The sexier you
the
were.
sexier. No, but these days it's not as popular, but you do see people who have sideburns.
I think nowadays people have sideburns, but they're not as thick. They're just
Yeah.
like thin little sideburns.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so all of these are the different sorts and styles of facial hair. Of course, there are a lot more. I think while we were looking for this on the internet, we found a lot of other styles that came up, like mutton chops and things like this. But these are probably the most popular ones.
That's right. These are the ones you're going to hear about the most.
Okay, so why don't we go back, listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be back with Fluency Builder. Okay, Sally, we have an artist here to help us. We'll ask you questions about the bank robber you saw, and Paul will draw a picture. Are you ready?
Yes, well, he had brown hair, long hair, and he had some facial hair. It was brown too.
Good. Okay, the facial hair, was it a beard or a mustache?
Both. His mustache was very short and thin, just on the top of his lip.
Like this?
Yes, that's the mustache, but the beard isn't right. I mean, it didn't cover his whole face. I think it was just on his chin.
A goatee? Was it like Paul's?
Yes, that's it. He had a goatee.
Okay, now, what about sideburns? Did he have sideburns?
Yes, they were long and thick, like yours.
All right. There, was this the man you saw?
Yes, that's him. It looks a lot like you.
Why, yes, he does. Paul, where were you on Friday afternoon?
What? That's ridiculous. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was over there doing the thing the best bad do.
All right, so today in Fluency Builder, we are not really talking about phrases as much as we're talking about adjectives. So words you can use to describe facial hair.
Okay, so when the girl was describing facial hair, for example, she said the mustache was very short and thin.
Okay, a short and thin mustache. So you think about it, you can have a very thick mustache. That's the opposite. That means very hairy, very wide. A thin mustache is like a line.
Okay. Okay, so for example, Charlie Chaplin, he had a short mustache, but it wasn't thin. It was a little bit thick.
That's right. It's kind of wide. But you think of, when you see someone who's drawing a mustache on a sign at a restaurant or in a newspaper,
Right.
that's usually very thin. Because
Right,
they use
right,
a
right.
pen. It's, it's
Exactly.
very silly looking.
Right, so those are different adjectives to describe not only a mustache. So basically we can use these to describe any sort of hair. For example, the hair on your head. You can say he's got short hair,
That's right. Or I could say, I have long hair.
long hair,
Or Marco, I could say, you have thick hair.
thick.
Yeah.
So if you have an abundance of hair, that you would say it's thick.
That's right. There's it's like if you put your hand in it, it feels like there's a lot. That's very thick hair.
Okay.
Some people have thin hair, so
Okay.
they don't have a lot of hair.
Okay, good. And, moving on to the parts of the face. We described it before as to where a mustache is, where a goatee is. But let's take a closer look at that. For example, a mustache is on your upper lip.
Right, so just above your lip, under your nose, that's where a mustache goes. So that's the upper lip. But if we're talking about a goatee, it's not just on your upper lip, it's also where?
On your chin.
Your chin. So that's the very bottom point of your face.
So you have your chin, your upper lip, and also when we talked about, for example, the sideburns, we talked about the jaw, but also it could be part of the cheek.
Right. So every person has two cheeks, one on the left and one on the right, and those are a very big part of your face on the sides of your nose.
Okay. So you have your chin, you have your cheeks, you have your upper lip. I think that's pretty much the only places where you can grow also on your neck.
Yeah, some people have it on their neck or on the back of well, no, it's not there. Some people also have it on their neck. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Very good. So a lot of different words to describe facial hair. Why don't we go back, listen to the dialogue one last time, and we'll be back to talk some more. Okay, Sally. We have an artist here to help us. We'll ask you questions about the bank robber you saw, and Paul will draw a picture. Are you ready?
Yes, well, he had brown hair, long hair, and he had some facial hair. It was brown too.
Good. Okay, the facial hair. Was it a beard or a mustache?
Both. His mustache was very short and thin, just on the top of his lip.
Like this?
Yes, that's the mustache. But the beard isn't right. I mean, it didn't cover his whole face. I think it was just on his chin.
A goatee? Was it like Paul's?
Yes, that's it. He had a goatee.
Okay, now, what about sideburns? Did he have sideburns?
Yes, they were long and thick, like yours.
All right. There, was this the man you saw?
Yes, that's him. It looks a lot like you.
Why, yes, he does. Paul, where were you on Friday afternoon?
What? That's ridiculous. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was over there doing the thing the best bad do.
All right, so talking about facial hair, Catherine, do you like men that have facial hair?
Yes.
Yeah, you like mustaches, beards, goatees.
Well, it really depends. I really like sideburns, but
sideburns.
Sometimes people don't do them correctly, so I don't like them. But I like beards.
Yeah.
And yeah, goatee. I like facial hair.
You like facial hair.
Yeah.
What is it about facial hair on men that you like?
Manly men. I don't know. There's something, kind of rough about it.
Rough, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the very manicured, very carefully cut facial hair. I kind of like it a little bit more on the rough side.
Oh, okay. It's interesting because it's interesting to see also facial hair on or long facial hair. Like, for example, the guys from ZZ Top.
Yeah.
They have like really long beards. I wonder how long it takes to grow something like this.
I'm sure we could find out on the internet, but yeah, no, they have competitions. There's a world mustache competition, for example, and they have the world's longest mustache. And so the man, they measure his mustache. It's 3 or 4 meters or something ridiculous.
It can get really long.
Yeah, so I think your hair keeps growing. It just depends on when you decide to cut it.
I think it's also a very cultural thing, right? Some cultures are able to grow a lot of facial hair and like to do it. Others really don't. For example, you don't really see many Asians with facial hair, with goatees or mustaches.
I think you see more goatees than you see full beards, actually. But yeah, definitely East Asia, it's not as common. Although India, you see a little bit more facial hair.
A lot of mustaches there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is an interesting question. Tell us how popular it is in your country, or if you like men with facial hair, or if you're a guy, do you like to have a beard, a mustache, or a goatee? So come to our website, englishpod.com, and we'll see everyone there.
Bye, guys.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Hair on the face. Facial hair. The hair growing on the lower part of a man's face. Beard. An unshaved growth of hair on the upper lip. Mustache. A small chin beard trimmed into a point. Goatee. Hair that grows on the sides of man. Sideburns. Not thin, great in extent from the surface. Thick. Very unreasonable or silly. Ridiculous. As a matter of fact. Why, yes.
Let's try that faster.
An unshaved growth of hair on the upper lip. Mustache. Not thin, great in extent from the surface. Thick. Very unreasonable or silly. Ridiculous. Hair on the face. Facial hair. The hair growing on the lower part of a man's face. Beard. A small chin beard trimmed into a point. Goatee. As a matter of fact. Why yes. Hair that grows on the sides of man. Sideburns.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Mustache. The owner of the bar is the one with the bushy mustache. Mustache. My waiter had a pencil-thin mustache. Mustache. I once saw a man with a mustache that curled up at the ends. Goatee. My uncle thinks he's hip with his goatee and cropped hair. Goatee. I surprised my friends this morning when I showed up with a goatee instead of a full beard. Goatee. I have to trim my goatee every morning in order to keep its shape. Sideburns. My brother's sideburns are really short and thin. Sideburns. I like guys with sideburns. Sideburns. I try to grow sideburns, but I don't have enough facial hair. Thick. My hair is thin and straight, but my best friend has thick, wavy hair. Thick. The little girl's thick curls bounced as she jumped up and down in excitement. Thick. My dad has one of the thickest beards I have ever seen. Why, yes. Why, yes, you look so much like your father, I would recognize you as Peter's son anywhere. Why, yes. Would you like something to eat? Why, yes, some fruit would be nice. Why, yes. Why, yes, I would love to help out with the concert.
Hello everyone, welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine, and today, Marco, we're talking about something that I know you're a big fan of.
I am. We're talking about computer games, video games.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So yeah, we're going to be looking at some vocabulary and phrases related to computer games and video games, and this is actually a request from one of our users.
Awesome. So before we get started, we do have the name of the game that we're going to look at. So let's listen to that in today's vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, so the game that we're going to preview today is called Counter-Strike.
Okay, so first you have a strike or an attack,
Right.
and then you have a counter-strike.
So that's opposite attack or something like that, right?
So it's a reaction to the first thing that happens. So
Right.
you hit me, and my counter-strike is I hit you back.
And this game is actually very, very popular all over the world because many players are able to compete at the same time. So it's a shooting game. You shoot each other. You are the terrorists, and then the other team is like the police or the army or whatever.
Wow, sounds really exciting. Well, we're going to learn more about the specific vocab that goes with computer games and video games in a minute. But first, let's take a listen to our dialogue.
Mark, where have you been? I've been calling you all morning.
I've been playing computer games.
What? So you blew me off yesterday and today over a stupid video game? What game is so important that you have no time for me anymore? What are you playing?
It's called Counter-Strike. It's a first-person shooter game. It's awesome! It's a multiplayer game where you can go online and compete against players from all over the world.
You've been wasting your time on this? I can't believe it. It doesn't even look fun or challenging.
My laptop is on my bed. If you think it's so easy, then get online and try to beat me.
Fine.
Damn it! How are you killing me with a single shot? It's not fair! I don't want to play anymore. Let's go get something to eat.
Can you bring me something? I'm totally hooked on this game.
Alright, we're back. So there was some really interesting vocab here. And so let's look at it now in language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, so what kind of a game was this, Marco?
Alright, this game was a FPS, or also in the dialogue we heard a first-person shooter game.
So our users might have heard this phrase first person before because it's a grammar term in many ways.
Right.
We talk about I do this, I can sing. That's the first person. But when we're talking about games, first person shooter means that what you do, you're doing as if you were the character in the game.
Right, so even the way that you're looking at the game, it seems like you're looking through the eyes of the character.
Okay, so you don't see the body, you are the body
You
of
are
the
the
person.
body, exactly.
So first person shooter. So shooter obviously means that this is a shooting game. What you do is you pull the trigger and shoot people.
Exactly. And as we mentioned, a lot of players are able to compete against each other, so it's called a multiplayer game.
Okay, so multi is a prefix. It goes at the beginning of a word. In English, that means many.
Many.
So you could hear multicolored or multi-ethnic.
Right.
And the meaning of this is that there are many different colors or many different ethnicities, or in this case, multiplayer, many different players at the same time.
Exactly. So in this game, many players can play, whether it's in a local area network or online over the internet.
Cool. So you actually have to have the internet, right, when you're doing this, because you're using many different computers, so they have to be connected to each other.
Right. So, and that's our next word. You go online in order to play.
Okay, so online you've heard before. Online means on the internet, but in this case, the action of using the internet is called going online. So I want to go online to read my email.
Right. Or I can't go online. I don't have a connection.
My mom won't let me go online. I'm in trouble.
All right. So this is the way that you use it. You go online. In order to use the internet, you go online.
Very interesting. Well, the last word we've got here in language takeaway is a very important one when we talk about video games, because many people are in this situation. They're hooked on video games.
Right. So if you are hooked on a video game, or you are hooked on anything, it means you're kind of addicted, or you're very, very interested in something.
Exactly. So I'm hooked on the TV show True Blood. I
Right.
love to watch it, and every day I run home so I can watch it. But is there a game that you're hooked on, Marco?
Currently, I am hooked on a game called Guitar Hero Metallica.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
When I borrowed your PS3, I was hooked on Bad Company.
They're great games. It's very easy to get hooked on video games.
Too easy.
All right, so that's all the words we have for language takeaway. Why don't we listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be back in a bit.
Mark, where have you been? I've been calling you all morning.
I've been playing computer games.
What? So you blew me off yesterday and today over a stupid video game? What game is so important that you have no time for me anymore? What are you playing?
It's called Counter-Strike. It's a first-person shooter game. It's awesome! It's a multiplayer game where you can go online and compete against players from all over the world.
You've been wasting your time on this? I can't believe it. It doesn't even look fun or challenging.
My laptop is on my bed. If you think it's so easy, then get online and try to beat me.
Fine.
Damn it! How are you killing me with a single shot? It's not fair! I don't want to play anymore. Let's go get something to eat.
Can you bring me something? I'm totally hooked on this game.
All right, we're back, and we have a couple of phrases that we want to look at, specifically 2 phrases. So let's look at those now in Fluency Builder.
Fluency builder.
So what's the deal? You blew me off yesterday and now you're not even going to say sorry?
All right, so blew me off. What do you mean when you say you blew me off yesterday?
Okay, so let's take a look at the infinitive version of this phrase. So to blow someone off. And they all go together. It's a fixed phrase. And this means to have an appointment with someone, but to not go.
All right.
So we had a date planned, but he blew me off.
Okay.
What a jerk.
So
he didn't go.
But
I went.
Did he tell you that he wasn't going to go?
No.
Okay.
No. So it's a surprise. It's like you expect someone to come meet you or do something with you, but they don't say anything and they don't go.
So there's another word very similar to this it's to stand someone up, right?
Exactly. So he stood me up.
All
He
right.
didn't come. He blew me off.
Okay. Very good. All right. And what's our next phrase?
To waste your time.
All right. So the girlfriend in this case was like, you're wasting your time on these video games.
That means you're not getting anything out of this. You're not benefiting. It means that you could spend your time doing other things.
Okay. So if you're wasting your time on video games, you're not being productive.
Exactly.
You're not learning anything.
So your mother might say to you when you're a kid, don't waste your time on games. You should be studying.
Okay. Or he wastes a lot of time watching TV.
That's a common problem.
All right. So let's listen to this dialogue again real fast, and we'll be back in a bit.
Terrorists win.
Mark, where have you been? I've been calling you all morning.
I've been playing computer games.
What? So you blew me off yesterday and today over a stupid video game? What game is so important that you have no time for me anymore? What are you playing?
It's called Counter-Strike. It's a first-person shooter game. It's awesome! It's a multiplayer game where you can go online and compete against players from all over the world.
You've been wasting your time on this? I can't believe it. It doesn't even look fun or challenging.
My laptop is on my bed. If you think it's so easy, then get online and try to beat me.
Fine.
Assistance.
Damn it! How are you killing me with a single shot? It's not fair! I don't want to play anymore. Let's go get something to eat.
Can you bring me something? I'm totally hooked on this game.
All right. So we talked about, being hooked on TV shows and video games. But this is actually a very big problem in some Asian countries specifically, right?
I've heard that. Actually, I heard that in Japan, Korea, and China specifically, there are psychological treatment centers for kids who are addicted to gaming. And so there's a big thing in the news in China recently where there were parents who were sending their kids to this treatment center. Rehab for games. And that actually they found out that the rehab center didn't know what they were doing, and they were giving the kids electroshock therapy to get them off games.
Really?
So the parents took their kids back.
That's scary.
It is scary.
But I guess it's a very popular thing in Asian countries specifically, right? To play online, to go online. There's a lot of other factors that influence this, but I think it is like everything in excess is dangerous.
This is true. And actually, some people have been using this addiction to be a productive use of their time. So you have some people who play a game called World of Warcraft.
And they win money.
And they win money and they sell things to other players all over the world. And so you have these kids in America buying toys and like shields and gold from kids in, for example, Indonesia.
Right.
And the kid in Indonesia is making money.
Right. And also, if they're really good, they go on to become professional gamers and compete in world competitions and also test out new video games. So yeah, it has its advantages as well.
Can you imagine what your business card would look like? Professional gamer.
Professional gamer.
Hi, I'm Olivia. Today, I want to share with you about a day in my lovely family's life. First, meet my dad. He's often in our garden looking after colorful flowers. Every flower has a name, and Dad knows them all. He loves teaching me about them. Here is my mom. She's often singing a happy tune while she knits. She's the one who makes sure we have warm sweaters for the cold winter days. Do you know? They met at a music concert a long time ago. and have been together ever since. Then there's my elder brother, Jake. If he's not in school, he's in the garage. He loves fixing things, especially his bicycle. I'm his younger sister, and he's always showing me how to ride safely. We often race each other around the block, laughing as we go. Now, let's not forget my loving grandparents. They have a special spot in the living room where they love doing crossword puzzles. They have so many memories and stories. They often talk about the days they danced at local festivals. We love looking at their old happy photos where they wear bright, colorful clothes. Wait, there's more. My twin cousins, Lucy and Luna, are always a bundle of joy. They are always playing, laughing, and running around. Their parents, my dear uncle and aunt, often share tales of their latest travels. On each visit, they surprise us with interesting little gifts from places they've been. Lunchtime is special. We all gather, enjoy Mom's delicious pies, and chat about everything. Sometimes, for a treat, Dad makes a sweet lemonade, which Jake and I absolutely love. As the evening comes and the stars begin to shine, we gather outside. We talk, laugh, and enjoy being together. My family is all about love, fun, and precious moments.
Welcome everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that no one tells you when you're trying to learn English. Something that could change everything about how you speak. Most people think fluency means speaking fast. They think, if I speak fast, people will think I'm fluent. If I speak fast, I'll sound like a native speaker. But let me tell you the truth. That belief is destroying your confidence. Because speaking fast without control, without clarity, is not fluency. It's panic, it's pressure, it's fear in disguise. And that's why, in this video, we are going to break that myth. You'll learn how to speak English slowly, clearly, and powerfully. And why slowing down is the fastest way to becoming fluent. Yes, you heard that right. The fastest way is to slow down. And we're not just going to give you 2 to 3 tips like other videos. We're going to give you everything. How to train your mouth to speak clearly. How to build real fluency step by step. Daily exercises for beginners. Why slow speaking improves memory, confidence, and pronunciation. And how to speak naturally, without thinking. This is not just a video. This is a blueprint for transforming your English speaking forever. So watch till the end, don't skip, because every second of this video has been made for you, the real learner. If you're someone who understands English but can't speak fluently, speaks too fast and makes mistakes, gets nervous, forgets words, or sounds robotic, then this video might be the turning point in your journey. And if you're serious about becoming fluent, subscribe to our channel right now. We don't give you fake shortcuts. We give you real, powerful tools for learning English that actually work. This channel is built for one reason: to help you speak English with confidence, fluency, and power. So let's begin this powerful journey. And let's start with something most people get wrong. Chapter 1. The Big Mistake. Most English learners make. Title: Speed equals fluency? Truth: no, it doesn't. When most people start learning English, they focus on speed. They think, if I speak fast, people will respect me. If I speak fast, I'll sound fluent. If I speak fast, I'll be like native speakers. But this is the first and biggest mistake English learners make. Because the truth is, speed does not equal fluency. Speed often creates fear, confusion, and mistakes. Let me explain with a powerful example. Imagine a new driver learning to drive a car. If they try to drive fast, without control, they'll crash, they'll panic, they'll be dangerous. Now imagine the same driver learning to drive slowly. They stay calm. They learn control. They build confidence. And then, slowly, they become skilled and fast, with control. That's exactly how English works. Here's what happens when you speak too fast and you're not ready. You forget words mid-sentence. Your brain can't keep up. You panic. Your pronunciation becomes unclear. People ask you to repeat again and again. You lose confidence. You feel embarrassed and start avoiding English. You don't sound fluent. You sound nervous. You try to impress, but you end up stressed. And the worst part? You stop enjoying English. What happens when you speak slowly? You think clearly. Your brain and mouth work together with less pressure. You pronounce words correctly. Your tongue, lips, and jaw learn the real movement of English sounds. You gain confidence. You don't feel rushed. You feel calm. People understand you better. Clear speech equals stronger connection. Real fluency is not speed. It is control, clarity, confidence, calmness, connection. Let me make this clear for you if you're a beginner. You don't need to speak like a native. You don't need to speak like a machine gun. You need to speak like you, clearly, naturally, confidently. Even native speakers speak slowly when they explain, teach, or tell a story. Think of great speakers: Barack Obama, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey. They all speak slowly and with power. Their words breathe. Their sentences land. Their voice has authority. Because they're not afraid to slow down. Your first goal is this: I will speak English slowly, but clearly and confidently. Say this to yourself every day. Slow is not weak. Slow is not boring. Slow is powerful. Chapter 2. How to train your mouth to speak English fluently. Fluency is not just in the brain. It's also in the mouth. Your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your throat. They are muscles. And just like a dancer trains their body, just like a singer trains their voice, you must train your mouth to speak English fluently. Not once, not randomly, but daily, with intention. Like an athlete, like an artist. Let's now go deep into this chapter and build fluency from the ground up. Most English learners think, I know the words. Why can't I speak? Because your brain may understand the words, but your mouth is not used to saying them. You've never moved your tongue like that. You've never stretched your lips for those sounds. You've never connected those words out loud. So when you try to speak, your mouth freezes. Your jaw gets tight. You feel awkward. You hesitate. That's not a lack of vocabulary. That's a lack of mouth memory. Not muscle memory. Mouth memory. Think of these two learners. Learner A reads English books, watches English shows, understands everything, but never speaks out loud. Learner B practices speaking 30 minutes a day, reads aloud every morning, shadows native speakers, talks to the mirror, makes mistakes, corrects them. Guess who becomes fluent first? Learner B. Always, because fluency is not about knowing. It's about doing. It's about training. Let's now break down the daily exercises you need to train your mouth for fluent English speaking. These are the exact tools that successful learners use to go from shy to fluent. And the best part? You can do them alone. At home. Every day. Exercise 1. Mirror speaking. 10 minutes daily. What it is: stand in front of a mirror and talk in English. Look at your mouth, your lips, your face. Why it works. You see your expressions. You become aware of your pronunciation. You build confidence speaking to yourself. How to do it? Choose a topic. My day, my dream, my job, etc. Speak slowly, clearly, and watch your lips. Pause. Smile. Repeat. Bonus tip. Use your hand to feel vibrations in your throat when saying difficult words. It helps connect your brain and body. Exercise 2. Read aloud practice. 15 minutes daily. What it is. Take a short story, article, or English news and read it out loud slowly. Why it works. Builds your speaking muscles. Helps with rhythm and flow. Improves vocabulary plus pronunciation. How to do it. Read slowly. Don't rush. Focus on pronunciation, not speed. Stop at commas. Pause at full stops. Repeat sentences until they feel smooth. Tip. Record yourself. Listen back. You'll notice which words feel awkward. Then fix them. Exercise 3. Shadowing, the secret weapon. What it is. Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and immediately repeating what they say like an echo. Why it works. Builds natural rhythm. Teaches real intonation. Makes you sound more natural and fluent. How to do it. Choose a short video clip. TED Talk, interview, vlog. Play one sentence. Pause. Repeat exactly. Try to match tone, pause, and pronunciation. Do 5 minutes every day. It's better than 1 hour of passive listening. Example. Start with videos like Steve Jobs speeches, short movie dialogues, or motivational TED Talks. Exercise 4. 1 minute, one topic. What it is. Speak about one topic non-stop for 60 seconds. Why it works. Trains your brain to think in English. Breaks the fear of speaking. Builds fluency under pressure. Set a timer for 1 minute. Choose a topic. My favorite food. My job. My morning routine. Speak without stopping. If you forget a word, use simple ones or explain it. Tip. Over time, increase from 1 to 3 to 5 minutes. Exercise 5. Record. Listen. Improve. What it is. Record your voice. Listen to it. Improve one thing daily. Why it works. You become your own coach. You hear your mistakes clearly. You track your progress over time. How to do it. Use your phone or laptop. Record your speaking for 2 to 3 minutes. Listen like a teacher. Focus on just one improvement each time. Pronunciation, clarity, filler words, etc. The magic formula. Mouth training. Mirror plus read, plus shadow plus record. Times daily repetition equals fluent speaking. You don't need a speaking partner to practice. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need to train your mouth. Daily. Even if your grammar is not perfect. Even if your vocabulary is small. Even if you make mistakes. If you speak slowly, clearly, and consistently, people will understand you. You will improve every week, and you will become fluent. You're not born fluent in any language. You train for it. You practice it. You build it. Athletes train their bodies. Singers train their voices. You must train your mouth for English. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up every day and speak. That's what builds real fluency. Chapter 3. Build English into your daily life. Without a teacher, fluency doesn't come from watching English. It doesn't come from memorizing vocabulary. It comes when you start living in English. But how do you do that? If you don't live in an English-speaking country, if you don't have English-speaking friends, if no one around you speaks English, here's the answer. You don't need the world to speak English with you. You just need to make English part of your world. Let's start with something most powerful yet most ignored. Thinking in English. If you speak your native language in your mind all day, and only try to switch to English when you talk, you will struggle. Because your brain is processing one language, and your mouth is expected to speak another. That creates mental lag. You feel slow, stuck, and unsure. Solution: make English your inner voice. Start by thinking in very small sentences. Instead of, "What should I cook today?" say in your mind, "I will cook rice today." Instead of, "Where's my phone?" say, "I can't find my phone." It's not on the table. Instead of, "I'm tired." say, "I want to take a break." I feel sleepy. How to build? Step 1. Narrate your day. Every action you do. Say it in English. I am brushing my teeth. Now I'm wearing my black t-shirt. I am making coffee. The water is hot. I am going outside. I see birds. The road is quiet. Don't worry if the sentence is basic. That's the point. The goal is not perfection. The goal is presence. In English. Step 2. Name everything around you. This builds daily vocabulary, naturally, without books. Look around your room and say the names in English. Fan, curtain, pillow, bedsheet, charger, switchboard, drawer, socks, slippers, wall clock, remote, toothbrush, mirror. Every object becomes your vocabulary trainer. If you don't know the English word, search it, learn it, say it. Say it 3 times while touching it. This is practical vocabulary building, not theoretical learning. Step 3. Talk to yourself, mini conversations. Throughout the day, ask yourself small questions in English and answer them. What should I do next? Should I call my friend? Did I reply to that message? I'm feeling bored. What can I do? This food smells amazing. You can whisper it, or say it in your mind, or say it out loud if you're alone. The point is, you're using English like your first language. You're not studying it, you're living it. Step 4. Create English zones in your life. If your environment is 100% native language, your brain is always switching. Create English-only spaces in your life. Examples: your phone language equals English. Your YouTube home feed equals English content. Your laptop equals English. Sticky notes on your wall equals English quotes or phrases. Your morning alarm equals English audio or voice note. Your diary equals write in English. Your passwords equals English words. Every small space you control, make it English. You don't need to travel to London. You need to build London in your room. Step 5. Speak to imaginary people. Yes, it sounds funny, but it works. Imagine you're giving a small speech, or explaining something to your future child, or answering a question in an interview, or sharing your opinion with your boss. Speak slowly, clearly, just like you do in real life. This trains your brain to respond in English, under pressure. No one else needs to hear you. You are not performing. You are training. Step 6. Practice what I did today, every night. At the end of each day, speak 3 to 5 minutes about your day, in English. This activates your past tense practice, memory connection, daily vocabulary, confidence in telling stories. Say it like this. Today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I brushed my teeth and made breakfast, eggs and toast. After that, I did some work on my laptop. Around 11, I went outside to buy groceries. I came home by 1. In the evening, I watched some English videos. Now I feel tired. I will sleep soon, even if it's simple. It's powerful. Do it every night. It will transform your brain. Every time you repeat a sentence. Every time you explain your actions. every time you whisper your thoughts in English. You are training your brain and mouth to work together. You are building automatic English. You are changing your default language, not for the world, but for yourself. Understanding English plus living in English equals real fluency, not fake fluency, not show-off English, but real, practical, natural, fluent English. You don't need a classroom. Your life is your classroom. Your day is your teacher. Your mind is your partner. Your mirror is your friend. Your voice is your power. From morning to night, English is already inside your life. You just need to open the door. Chapter 4. Speak clearly, not fast. How to sound fluent without speed. This is one of the most ignored truths in English speaking. Many learners chase speed, but forget that the real power is in clarity. In this chapter, we will destroy the myth that says, fluent English means fast English. No, fluent English means clear, confident, and connected English, even if it's slow. Most people think, if I speak fast, I will sound fluent. But here's what actually happens. You rush, you mumble, you skip words, you sound robotic, and worst of all, people don't understand you. That's not fluency, that's fast confusion. And you know what happens after that? You lose confidence. You become afraid to speak again. You start saying, my English is not good. But the truth is, your speed is the problem, not your English. Let's take real examples. Have you ever heard a powerful speech by a world leader? A storyteller telling a deep message? A teacher explaining something carefully? They don't rush. They don't race. They don't throw words at you. They speak slowly, but clearly. They pause, but powerfully. And they connect every word. That's what makes them sound confident. And that's exactly what makes them sound fluent. Here's what happens when you focus on clarity. You pronounce every word completely. You speak with confidence, not pressure. You own every sentence you say. People understand you the first time. You feel strong, calm, and controlled. This is the feeling you want when speaking English. Step 1. Learn to speak in chunks, not words. Most beginners speak word by word. I want to go to the store. It sounds robotic, and you feel disconnected. Instead, speak in meaningful groups called chunks. I want to go to the store. Can you help me with this bag? It was raining, so I stayed home. Chunks create natural rhythm and make your speech flow smoothly. Step 2. Stretch your sounds. Slow down your words. Take a sentence like, she wants to be an actress. Now say it slowly. She wants to be an actress. Feel the stretch. Feel the movement in your mouth. You are giving your lips, tongue, and jaw time to move properly. This is called articulation, and it's the key to clear speech. Don't just say the words, build them with your mouth. Step 3. End every word. Don't drop the last sound. Many learners say, what you doing? I won't go, Mark. He like movie. This happens when you skip the ending sounds. T in want, D in need, S in likes, ing in doing. When you miss endings, your sentence becomes broken and hard to understand. So practice ending every word clearly. Want, need, doing, talking, likes. Say it, feel it, repeat it. Endings build power and professionalism in your speaking. Step 4. Use the power of slowing down inside the sentence. Don't just slow down between sentences. Slow down inside the sentence too. Here's how. Original. I think we should start now because it's already too late. Now break it into slow, meaningful parts. I think we should start now because it's already too late. Use small pauses. Use your breath. Use your tone. This gives your sentence emotion, clarity, and connection. Step 5. Speak with air, not tension. Most English sounds come from air, not muscle. If you're speaking with pressure in your throat or tight lips, you will sound nervous, and your pronunciation will break. Instead, relax your mouth. Speak with air, gently but clearly. You'll notice your mouth opens more, and your sounds become clear and soft. Just like native speakers. Many learners worry. I don't sound like a native speaker, but you don't need to. Fluent English is not about accent, it's about clarity. Even native speakers around the world, in the US, UK, Australia, South Africa, Singapore, sound different. They have different accents, but all are fluent. So stop chasing a fake accent. Start building your own clear English voice, full of emotion, clarity, and connection. Daily practice for clear speaking. Morning. Read a paragraph slowly and exaggerate every word. Focus on clear endings, s, ed, ing, t, d, etc. Afternoon. Watch an English video. Repeat each sentence with slow rhythm and correct word stress. Night. Record yourself explaining your day. Clearly. Listen to your recording and fix one unclear word each time. Repeat this daily. And in 30 days, your clarity will transform. Beginner. I think I will go tomorrow. Fluent. I think I'll go tomorrow. Notice. Not fast, not complicated, just connected, clear, and calm. Speed is not power. Clarity is power. Confidence is not how fast you speak. Confidence is how clearly you connect with people. If people can understand you, if you can speak without fear, if your words come out with ease, you are already on your way to fluency. Chapter 5. The Power of Pausing. How silence makes you sound fluent and confident. Most people focus only on what to say in English. But truly, fluent speakers also know when not to speak. That moment of silence, that tiny pause between your words, can be the most powerful part of your sentence. This is not just a technique. This is a mental shift. It will change how you think, how you speak, and how people listen to you. If you watch great communicators, speakers, actors, teachers, leaders, they all have one thing in common. They are not afraid of silence. They don't rush. They don't fill every second with noise. They don't panic when they pause. Instead, they speak slowly. And then they pause. And that pause creates impact. It gives their words weight. It allows the listener to process what was said. That's what fluent English sounds like. Many English learners feel afraid of pausing because they think, if I stop, people will think I'm not fluent. If I pause, they'll think I don't know the words. If I take too long, they'll lose interest. I must fill every second, or they'll judge me. But that mindset creates stressful speaking. You rush. You stutter. You use filler words like, like. You try to keep going, even when your brain is still thinking. And that's when mistakes happen. So now, let's shift that mindset completely. Pausing is not hesitation. It's control. It's confidence. It's intention. Imagine two speakers. Speaker A, no pause. I think that if you want to become fluently, you must practice every day, and also listen more, and also read books and talk to mirror. The listener gets tired. They can't follow. There's no breathing space. Now listen to Speaker B with pause. Speaker B. If you want to become fluent, you must practice every day. You must also listen more and speak, even when you feel afraid. That sounds clear, calm, confident, fluent. And it's not about speed. It's about timing. Let's break this down scientifically and practically. Pausing gives your brain time to think. When you pause between sentences, or even mid-sentence, your brain has time to find the right words. This reduces fear, hesitation, and stress. Example: I would like to pause, improve my English by speaking more every day. You stay calm, you speak clearly, you don't panic. Pausing gives your words time to breathe. Every sentence is like a heartbeat. If you speak too fast without pause, it's like trying to run without breathing. The listener can't keep up, but when you pause, your message has time to sink in. Example: this is not just about learning a language. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Let your sentence land. Let the meaning settle in the mind of your listener. Pausing makes you sound more professional and trustworthy. Great public speakers, TED Talkers, CEOs, educators, all use pause to sound professional. It shows control. It shows confidence. It shows leadership. Even if your English is simple, your style of speaking can be powerful. You can say, I want to learn more English. Or you can say, I want to learn more English. Pause. And I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Same words, different energy. Pausing removes filler words. Many learners say, like, you know, because they're trying to fill silence. But when you embrace the silence, you no longer need filler words. You sound clearer, more mature, more fluent. Instead of, I really want to, speak good English. You say, I really want to speak good English. Pause. I'm ready to learn. It becomes direct, powerful, clean. Pausing gives you control of the conversation. When you pause, people listen. You are leading the conversation, not chasing it. You are owning your space, not rushing to fill it. You are in control, even if your English is simple. And that is the true essence of fluency. Let's go even deeper. There are 3 types of pauses you can use to sound fluent. 1. Micro-pause between phrases. These are short pauses between parts of a sentence. Example: I want to learn English, not just for my job, but for my future. You're breaking the sentence into small pieces. Each part gets attention. 2. Mid-sentence pause, for thinking. When you're searching for a word or idea, use a pause instead of Example: I started learning English because I wanted more confidence. This gives you time without sounding confused. 3. Emotional pause, for impact. These are longer pauses, used to deliver a strong message. Example: you may feel afraid, you may feel like giving up. But remember this: fluency is built, one brave sentence at a time. This is storytelling power. Let's now turn all this into a daily training plan you can use. Morning. Read 1 paragraph out loud. Add 1 second pause between each phrase. Example: I wake up early, I drink some water, I stretch my body. Afternoon. Record yourself answering a question like, why do you want to learn English? Speak slowly. Pause after every 7 to 8 words. Replay it. Cut out filler words. Add better pauses. Evening. Watch a short speech in English. Observe where the speaker pauses. Copy their rhythm. Shadow it. Feel it. You don't need to sound fast to sound fluent. Silence is part of communication. Speaking without pause is like writing without space between words. Listeners respect speakers who are not afraid of silence. Pausing makes you sound strong, not weak. You can have small vocabulary. You can make grammar mistakes. You can be nervous. But if you speak slowly, clearly, and with strong pauses, people will say, "That person speaks well. That person sounds fluent. That person is confident." And that's all you need to grow. Say it with me. I don't chase fast English. I choose clear English. I speak with power. I pause with confidence. And I am becoming fluent every single day. Chapter 6. Real confidence comes from control. How to build unshakable English-speaking confidence. Step by step. You've probably seen this happen. Some learners speak better than you, but they're still nervous. Some know fewer words than you, but they sound confident. Some make grammar mistakes, but people listen to them anyway. Why? Because confidence in English has nothing to do with how many words you know, and everything to do with how in control you are when you speak. Most English learners try to chase perfection, but what they need is control. Control is when you know your speed. You are calm even when you make a mistake. You don't speak to impress. You speak to connect. You don't copy others. You trust your own voice. You don't panic when you pause. You use silence with power, and that's what real fluency feels like. Now let's learn how to build it. People don't just become confident in English. Confidence comes from clear habits, repeatable systems, mental rewiring, speaking experiences, controlling fear, not avoiding it. The good news? Every single one of those can be learned, starting today. Let's break it all down in the most powerful way possible. Most learners think confidence means sounding fast, never making mistakes, knowing advanced vocabulary, speaking like native speakers, not being shy in public. That definition is false and dangerous. Here's the real definition. Confident English means you speak slowly, clearly, and with purpose, even when you're unsure. You don't hide, you don't rush, you don't panic. You express, you connect, you continue with calmness. This mindset shift is step 1. You don't need to impress. You need to express. You don't need to perform. You need to connect. Confidence is not one thing. It is built in 3 invisible layers. Layer 1. Mental confidence. This is your belief. I can speak English even if I'm not perfect. Without this belief, your mouth will stay closed. You'll wait, you'll avoid. You'll say later. To build mental confidence, stop saying my English is bad. Stop comparing your level to others. Stop waiting to become fluent before you start speaking. Start accepting yourself at your current level and grow from there. Mental confidence is the foundation. Without it, nothing else works. Layer 2. Situational confidence. This is confidence in different real-life situations. For example, can you order food in English at a restaurant? Can you introduce yourself to a new colleague? Can you ask someone for directions in English? Can you share your opinion in a meeting? To build situational confidence, create short scripts and practice them daily. Practice one situation per week. Use role-play exercises, even alone. Record yourself in those scenarios and fix the weak points. The more situations you master, the stronger your confidence becomes. Layer 3. Speaking confidence. This is control over your speaking flow. It is not about vocabulary. It is not about grammar. It is about calm delivery, strong rhythm, clear voice, powerful silence, trust in your speaking ability. To build this, practice speaking with your phone off, with no background music, with no multitasking. Focus on your tone, your volume, your breath, and your expression. Use audio shadowing and mirror repetition daily. Rehearse short talks and practice delivering them with power. Here are the 5 things that silently kill your confidence. 1. Overthinking every sentence before you say it. Solution. Speak first, correct later. 2. Translating every thought from your native language. Solution. Use English for small thoughts in daily life, even if broken. 3. Waiting for perfect grammar. Solution. Grammar is improved through speaking, not before it. 4. Avoiding English-speaking moments. Solution. Accept discomfort as growth. The fear is part of fluency. 5. Listening to people who mock or correct you too often. Solution. Remove them from your practice environment. Surround yourself with safe English spaces. These are practice methods that force your mind to slow down and speak with authority. Control zone practice examples. Record a 1-minute voice message daily on any topic. And listen back. Speak while walking slowly. Feel your rhythm, breath, and body. Practice delayed response speaking. Wait 3 seconds before answering any question. Practice sentence finishing drill. Someone gives you the first half. You finish it slowly and clearly. Do controlled emotion practice. Express happiness, sadness, confidence, surprise, all in English sentences with tone control. The more you practice speaking under controlled conditions, the more natural and unshakable your fluency becomes in the real world. Every fluent speaker has fear. The difference is, they speak anyway. You must stop trying to kill fear. Fear is natural. Even native speakers feel it during interviews, speeches, or presentations. Your job is not to destroy fear. Your job is to walk through it, slowly, calmly, and intentionally. When your brain says, "What if I make a mistake?" you say, "Then I'll fix it," and speak the next sentence better. When your heart races and your hands shake and your voice trembles, slow down, breathe, speak anyway. This is called courage fluency, and this is what real confidence is made of. If you always say, "I'm shy, I'm not confident, I can't speak in front of people, I always forget words," your brain will make that your reality. But when you start saying, "I am becoming fluent, I speak slowly and powerfully, I make mistakes, but I keep speaking, I trust myself more each day," your brain starts building a new identity. Your voice becomes stronger. Your fear becomes smaller. Your presence becomes visible. Speak like the person you are becoming, not like the person you used to be. You can memorize 10,000 words. You can master grammar books. You can study for years. But if you cannot speak when it matters, all that knowledge is stuck. Confidence is the key that unlocks your English. And you don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You don't need anyone else's approval. You only need trust in your process, daily controlled speaking, a mindset of calm courage, and belief that your voice matters. Because it does. Chapter 7. Your Fluency Routine. A daily plan to become a fluent English speaker. Let's be honest. Most learners don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're random. They don't have a structure. They don't have a step-by-step plan. They watch one English video on Monday, listen to a podcast on Wednesday, memorize grammar rules on Friday, and forget everything by Sunday. That's not how fluency works. Fluency doesn't come from doing different things sometimes. Fluency comes from doing the right things every day, repeatedly, until they become automatic. To build real, strong, unstoppable fluency, your daily routine must train all 6 blocks of English speaking. 1. Input fluency, listening and reading. 2. Output fluency, speaking and expressing. 3. Thinking fluency, training your brain to process English directly. 4. Speaking control, mouth movement, rhythm, pace, tone. 5. Vocabulary activation, turning passive words into active ones. 6. Confidence conditioning, rewiring your belief system around speaking. If even one block is missing, your growth will be slow or broken. Let's now organize your entire day around mastering each of these 6 areas. Morning. Build your foundation. This is the most important part of your day. Your mind is fresh. Your focus is higher. Your discipline is stronger. English wake-up command, 2 minutes. Right after waking up, give your brain a simple English command. It's a new day. Let's train English. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm becoming fluent. I will speak English with power today. This creates mental alignment. You remind your brain, today we speak in English. This is not motivation. This is programming. English sound warm-up, 5 minutes. Before you speak, warm up your mouth, jaw, and tongue. Here's how. Say the alphabet A to Z loudly, focusing on sharp, clear pronunciation. Repeat tongue twisters slowly. Red lorry, yellow lorry. She sells seashells by the seashore. Whisper short English sentences with expression. Today is my time. I speak with calm and clarity. You're not just warming your mouth. You're building your speaking engine for the day. English fluency mirror talk, 10 minutes. Stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eye. Speak as if you're talking to someone else. Talk about what you're going to do today, what your plans are, what you're feeling right now. Speak in connected chunks with emotion, expression, and calm energy. Even if you don't feel ready, do it anyway. This is fluency training, not comfort zone training. Afternoon. Build your expression and vocabulary power. This is when your energy drops. Instead of wasting it, redirect it into useful repetition and natural language building. One topic speaking challenge, 10 minutes. Choose one topic every day and speak about it for 10 minutes. Examples. Why I want to learn English. How I would describe my best friend. My opinion on success. My favorite food and how to cook it. What I would do if I was the CEO of a company. Speak slowly. Don't memorize. If you get stuck, explain the idea in simple English. Your goal. Keep going without stopping. Vocabulary conversion practice, 15 minutes. Take 10 to 15 new words you heard or read recently. Now activate them by creating 2 new sentences for each. Speaking those sentences out loud. Using those words in your next mirror talk. Describing an object or idea using that word. You are now converting passive words. You understand them. Into active vocabulary. You can use them in speech instantly. This is how vocabulary becomes real fluency. Listening with reaction. 15 minutes. Find any short English video, 1 to 3 minutes. Motivational speech, vlog, news clip. Listen carefully, and then pause after every sentence. Repeat it aloud in your own voice. Then give your reaction in English. Example. I agree because, or I don't think that's true because. You're training listening comprehension, spoken response, and opinion sharing, all at once. This is real-world English, not textbook English. Evening, build your real, world fluency muscles. This is the most important part of the routine. Why? Because fluency is not built by what you know. Fluency is built by what you can say at the end of the day, without preparation. English Thinking Challenge. All evening, ongoing. As you move through the evening, silently think in English. I'm going to eat now. This weather feels nice. I should check my phone after dinner. I need to charge my laptop. These are not big sentences, but this habit transforms your brain from translator to thinker. The more you think in English, the faster and more natural your speaking becomes, even without speaking aloud. Situation rehearsal practice. 10 minutes. Before sleeping, rehearse one future situation where you need to speak English. Examples: interview talking to a foreign friend, traveling to another country, making a business presentation. Now practice that situation aloud, with pauses, tone, control. Don't just speak, feel the situation, visualize it, own it. This builds confidence fluency, which most learners never train. English recap speaking, 5 minutes. Before you sleep, speak aloud everything you did today. In English. It's okay if you make mistakes. It's okay if your grammar isn't perfect. Just say, I woke up late today. I drank coffee. I worked on my laptop. I felt tired in the evening. I went for a short walk. Then I studied some English. Now I'm feeling sleepy. This builds storytelling fluency, and this gives your brain one final push toward fluency before you sleep. Use this framework every day, but once a week, add one conversation practice with a real human, even online or voice call. One video recording of yourself speaking for 2 to 5 minutes. One self-review. Ask yourself, where did I improve this week? And where do I feel stuck? This keeps you on track. This gives you results you can feel. This turns your speaking practice into transformation. The 3x3 Fluency Code. If you ever forget what to do, remember this. 3 speaking touch points per day. Morning mirror talk, topic speaking, night recap. 3 input-output tools per day. Listening plus vocabulary activation plus thinking practice. Do this 6-step code every day. No excuses, no random methods. Within 30 days, you will feel your voice shift. Within 90 days, people will notice the change. And within 6 months, you will no longer be learning to speak English. You'll be living in English. I don't wait for fluency. I build fluency. With my habits, with my words, with my courage, with my voice. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to show up daily with discipline. Because fluency is not an accident. Fluency is a daily decision. You've now learned more than most learners ever will. You've learned how to slow down, how to speak clearly, how to build confidence, how to use pausing, how to live in English without fear, and how to build your own fluency system step by step. This is not just a video. This is your English foundation, your transformation plan, your beginning of true fluency. Now it's your turn. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Don't start tomorrow. Start today. Even one sentence, even one idea, even one whisper in the mirror, because small, consistent, slow, and powerful steps are how you become fluent for life.